Pacific Northwest, there is a special and hateful place these two schools have for each other in their hearts. From Jake Browning's point or Kenny Wheaton running back to score, this game has had plenty of moments, and maybe we'll get another classic in this one. Welcome to Husky Stadium, home of the Washington Huskies. As we'll see, the number 10 team in the country, the Oregon Ducks, taking on another team from the Big Ten, the Washington Huskies. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Ducks will put total leather to crank us up. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Washington's offense will have the football first. As many good things as the Oregon coaching staff had done, they certainly had the monkey on their back. 0 for 3 against Washington in their first 2 years, all one-score games. They finally got it right a year ago, and you got to think the Dogs are now looking for payback.
Yeah, it was a 28-point beatdown. So they got the monkey off the back. Dan Lanning gets his first win versus Washington. This is always a great rivalry game. And Oregon got the momentum back in this series a year ago, Palmer.
Yeah, they did. They had great balance on offense, too. Remember Dylan Gabriel throwing it and Jordan James on the ground running it. So they're going to look to do a little bit more of that in this one today.
And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. Big play out of the gate to start this drive, and here they come again. Off-play action on first down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Coleman.
Quarterbacks love the short passing game early in games because it really helps them get into a rhythm. So nice job by the offensive coordinator giving his quarterback an easy throw, something he can see, and something that he knows he can complete.
Williams will pass. There's the pressure. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41. And the Huskies have this offense rolling. Motion from the wideout. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Green. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The Huskies can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. Catch in the middle. It's Coleman. Turning it on. He's brought down the one. A play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. Using his legs, it's Coleman. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Rides to back and leaves it. Touchdown, Huskies! Great job by the back on the option.
And I love this offense and the way they started this football game. Listen, last week be dang, okay? Forget last week. Nice job coming out, setting the tone in this ball game, putting a long drive together, and getting a touchdown.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So it's an 80-yard drive, and it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Ducks offense will try to get something going with their first possession. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to
Ducks can take the top off of defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team. I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are two of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Under fire. They get to him as he throws. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40. You always have to be aware of the running threat from the Oregon quarterbacks, but here getting business done through the air.
No doubt, Reese, because you're worried about his legs, the read game, all the stuff they can do. It opens up the passing attack. And I think when you've seen the Ducks teams throughout history, the ones that have enough balance to keep you off guard, keep you guessing, are the ones that are the best teams.
They're dealing with a second and long.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Wants to throw it. Bought a little time, lets it go. Caught near the sticks. It's Stewart. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. Moore will throw. Fires to the right. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
I know that one falls incomplete, but as the head coach, you've got to still love what you've seen from your quarterback early in this game. He's been accurate in a great rhythm to start the game 4-3.
Touchdown, Oregon! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. That is what we call in the industry a defensive breakdown. That guy was loose for the big play.
Busted coverage, really, really bad execution. Somebody slips, somebody falls. Nothing about that defensively is something you're looking for, but the offense will take it and get the easy touchdown.
The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Grab near the sticks. It's Boston. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Well, it's a nice job by the defender there closing the gap with the wide receiver. They're going to complete the hitch pass, but he's able to run right up on him, get him to the ground for a minimal gain.
From the gun, running back gets the give. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. And the Huskies now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Wants to fire on second down. They're setting up the screen. No sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. Man, those last two plays were disasters, and now it's 3rd and 17. Williams looking for a man. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Washington sends out the punt team. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. He'll field the punt and take it back. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Buys a little time with his feet. And the quarterback is knocked down back in the 13. And the Ducks moving quickly to the line.
I got to be honest, I'm a little surprised the offense is trying to go so fast here after giving up a huge loss on that sack. You'd think they'd want to just take a second, regroup before running this next play.
tumbled to the ground.
Get ready, Reese, to call this guy's name out a lot in this one because he is the go-to guy. This is the stud player on offense, lining up in the slot where the quarterback is going to look more often than not. He's one of the biggest playmakers they have, and the defense needs to be ready for him.
Man, these plays are really, really simple. Really easy to run. I like it. Just drop back as a quarterback, see the big fella, wait for him to get open, hit him, get a nice positive gain.
Looking to throw on first down. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
It's early in the game, and as offenses try to get their rhythm, these easy completions are very important because that's what helps you get your feet underneath you as an offense and as a unit. And hopefully, as this game goes on, they'll be able to rev up and get more aggressive taking shots.
And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. Chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. They'll try to bully their way for the first. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. For decades, Washington dominated this rivalry. Then 1994 and the pick by Kenny Wheaton took it to the house, and since that moment, this rivalry has been on.
It's been so much fun to watch. For years, it had conference championship implications. We've seen Heisman Trophy implications in this one. More recently, college football playoff implications as well. Always fun when these two teams get together.
And it doesn't matter what conference they're in. We're always watching this matchup. All eyes are on this match. They don't like each other. A lot of animosity. The coaches don't like each other. The players don't like each other. This is going to be a great ball game.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
They don't believe their kicker can roll double nickels with that 55-yarder, so they'll leave the offense out there on fourth down. Incomplete pass, and the defense comes up big, and they take over. This is a designed run. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Williams will pass. Snagged in the middle. It's Coleman. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. Gets the back moving. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And he can fill up the hand now with that pick, man. That's number 5 on the season, consistently making plays for his defense. Always a guy where we're going to be calling his name over and over again.
And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Second down, he'll throw it. Flushed out of the pocket. Pulls it in. It's Whittington. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
I don't know what you want to do. I mean, this guy is unbelievable. He's just got such elusiveness. You see him, he's getting outside the pocket, he's making you miss, and then all of a sudden, he's throwing completions. I got no answers for him.
A strike downfield. Racing down the left side. Touchdown, Once he got some room, it was over.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Makes the catch along the sidelines and steps out of bounds.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
The give. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Defense showing blitz, trying to rattle this quarterback. Williams looking for a man. Right on the money. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down.
When you run your slant route and it's against man-to-man, one thing you know you're going to get is hit. When that wide receiver catches the football, slants don't open up wide open. Linebackers are going to be there, safeties are going to be there, so you got to be able to take that hit and hold on to that football.
And with the completion out to the sideline, they'll pick up a couple.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Just a short pass to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The Huskies are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Defense did a great job. Third and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. They'll start this drive going to the air. He turns it loose to the left. Beautifully thrown ball. Terrific catch, and they'll have the first down.
Well, I'll tell you, there are a lot of coordinators out there that would want to set up the shot, especially on the first play of the drive. Maybe run the ball, and then a few plays later, go play action, make it look the same before shooting it downfield. They just did it right away on first down. First play of the drive. If you get the matchup, take the shot. And that's exactly what happened. Nice job.
The Ducks in a good spot here with second and short. Moore to the air. Looking down the middle. He's got an open man. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game, more or less in a first half.
He's got it on the move. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon!
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off. get some momentum, energize this squad going.
He's going for a big play downfield. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And the Huskies really need to keep this drive alive on third down. They'll try to get it through the air. Grab near the marker. It's Evans. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. To the air on first down. That's caught. It's Evans.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. And that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Williams will pass. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. The Huskies line up trying to move the sticks on third and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And he just throws it away on third down. I don't think you can give up on a play like that. And here comes the punt team. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. They'll start this drive going to the air. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
Well, obviously, at this point in the first half, the defense is finding themselves in a hole. You just get the feeling if they're going to get back in this, they're going to need more plays like that. They're going to need sacks. They're going to need turnovers. They're going to have to create negative plays to get themselves some momentum.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Unloads to the wideout. Oh, and he just flat dropped it. You do not see this guy do that very often. It'll be fourth down. The Ducks will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And goes into the air for the fair catch, and the catch is made around the 40. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Trying to start the drive with a pass. Finds a man on the right. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Williams looking for a man. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Just couldn't find a hole in this defense. They were ready for him and forced him out of bounds, and no gain on the play. Just enough time for one final play in this half. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, they wait all year for this game, and the Ducks and Huskies could just give us one fun finish today.
Washington about to boot it deep to start things in the second half. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always,
turning on the Jets. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one.
Well, he's showing you all the tools in the toolbox now. We saw earlier in the game his ability throwing the football, And now you're getting to see it with him running, too. This guy is the definition of a dual-threat quarterback. And right now, this defense has no answer for him.
Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down. Ready to fire from the pistol. Might be calling a hot route. Moore will throw. This time on target. And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the first down before they finally get him on the ground. And the Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. He's going to take off. Got the 1st down. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. It's 1st down from the 11. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He got it. They will score. Touchdown, Ducks. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. The give to the tailback. And that's a very productive 1st down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. Wants to go up top. Caught over the middle. It's Evans. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Got a man. It's Williams. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. This offense lining up now at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this
strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. What a job to lay out and make the catch. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Williams will pass. Here's a heat. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. A fortuitous turn of events to keep possession of that one.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. He's getting plenty of work. 4th time we've seen this guy punt it today. And he is knocked down immediately after the catch. That punt coverage team had its hair on fire. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Palmer. They've done what they wanted in the 1st half and starting off the 2nd half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
Ball spotted at the 21. It's 1st down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. On the run, deep down the right side. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
Finds a tight end. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next one.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a third down.
Nice job to get him past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35.
Great job by the offense, understanding where the sticks are. And look, they got the first down, and they're like, all right, let's crank this tempo up now. We got first down. Let's go fast.
He'll throw it. Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have a chance to be complete.
And for a defense, it's not always about sacks, but sometimes it's about getting that quarterback off his spot where he feels very comfortable, and they get him flushed outside of the pocket. And good perimeter defense. He rolls to the right. Everybody's still covering their guys, moving across the field with the QB. Nowhere to go with the football.
Intercepted for the 11th time this season. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Well, this offense really felt coming into today they were going to have to throw the football. For the most part, David, this quarterback has been lights out. That time, though, he lets it get away from him a little bit, and that was a critical INT for the defense and their confidence.
They needed something, man. They've given up a lot of yards, and that's the thing about the defense. Just sometimes it can change in one play. They make the interception, they force the turnover, and hopefully, for their sake, maybe get in the quarterback's head just a little bit.
Williams looking for a man. Got it in the middle. It's Green. He's loose. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Huskies.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Their lead down to 2 touchdowns as they go back to work on this drive. Looking to throw on first down. Throwing on the run. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down. Working well behind the sticks on second down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Fires to the big fella. Bounced off his feet. The Ducks are in the hurry-up. Quarterback making checks. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
This defense continues to do a great job of not letting a great athlete at quarterback make big plays on them. Great job pursuing him, keeping him in that cage, not letting him get out in the open field because we know he can do some damage. Nice job by this defense so far.
You know, the worst thing that can happen to a return man is muffing punts, fumbling it, putting on the ground, and he did it right there. He's very lucky he was able to jump on his own fumble.
Caught behind the line. It's Green. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Williams will pass. Going to try to pop one on the screen. There he goes. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. D looks as if they're about to bring the heat. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. Bang to the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Washington.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point cuts the lead to 7, 28-21. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Pulls it in. It's Whittington. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Now he's going to break the pocket. Wide open downfield. Sweet spin. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain. They might be thinking back-to-back big plays after that last one. 1st and 10 from the 32. Under fire. Grabbed behind the line. It's Hughes. Trying to hit him with a quick game on 1st down, and nothing doing there.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. When you see all those defenders around your intended target like that, just throw it in the ground or throw it away. I mean, that's a completion that loses yards. You're just hurting your offense.
The Ducks have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to keep it in the air. Looking to scramble. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later. And you could...
Lets it fly deep downfield. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. No good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Here comes the heat. And some room to work. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
Tell you what, coaches want you to do your best work late in the ball game. He did his best work. Great job taking off. Biggest run of the day after grinding this game out, makes it explosive, now trying to put this game in a good situation.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. And the Huskies with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
You know, timing is so important in the RPO game, especially on 3rd down. Quarterback and receiver just didn't have it there, and now it's 4th down.
Going for the marker on the ground. They'll stop it. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain.
And every coach in America has a plan for this situation. The first 4 minutes of the game, the last 4 minutes of the game. How I'm going to construct my offense. Most of the time, I got to be physical. Run the football like right here. Run that clock. Get a few first downs, and I can end this football game on offense.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple yards there.
He'll keep it himself. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48.
And I feel like the option is a play that this guy can run in his sleep. He's constantly making the right decision, so I love it here. Third down, you're putting it on him to do the right thing. He had to keep the football there. The defense took everybody else away. It was open for him, so he's able to just pick up enough and keep this drive moving, keep the sticks rolling.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Moore to the air. Fires to the big fella. He breaks a tackle. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. And the Ducks have their offense in high gear. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run play action. Still looking, on the move. On the move, he fires. And they can't make the connection.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder, but the snapping the football, everybody being on time, man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Quickly to the tight end. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
This is one of those unique situations in a game as a head coach. You're trying to feel the momentum, and what's your confidence in your quarterback? Because you've got fourth, you're in field goal range, but you've got the weapons to get one more completion and ice this thing. So do you kick the...
Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense, 1st and goal from the 7. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. A first down run on the doorstep. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
And this is a perfect situation. This is a situation, if you asked me to be in before the game, the coaches would have been in heaven. I got the football. I got the lead on their side of the field. Nice gain on first down. Same exact script. Do it again. Run the football. Run the clock. Let that thing tick down. If we add points, we add points.
On the option. The offense pops it up, and they were on the move. And the ball takes those crazy bounces out of bounds, and a huge loss for this offense.
Well, they got a really nice drive going on offense. They're on their opponent's side of the field, but you're not going to come away with any points if you turn it over. They've got to do a better job of ball security. Very, very lucky that ball went out of bounds.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. It's good. And they'll push that lead out a little further. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away.
That's a big drive for this offense in the 4th quarter. Now to take a 2-possession lead, you got the other offense where you want them. Now you get to rush the passer, make them pass a little bit more, and don't give up those big plays. You're in a really good spot now.
Williams looking for a man. Caught near the sidelines. He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. grabbed in the middle. It's Boston. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Wants to throw on first down. Got him downfield. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. Going to look downfield again. A shot toward the end zone. This is caught for the late touchdown, so let's not put this one to bed just yet.
Well, the offense did their part. They're just trying to apply some pressure on the opponent, right? Yeah, you're down right now, but if you can find a way to get the ball back with some time on the clock, they're within striking distance still to win this game.
They got the touchdown they needed. Now trailing by a field goal, they'll line up for the onside kick. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Now we've got a little game pressure, and we'll see how the offense responds in a three-point game, Jesse.
I can't wait to see this quarterback and how he's going to be able to handle that pressure, David. How will he respond in this situation?
And just know, listen, I'm only up by 3 now. If I can make this a 2-score game, I can almost put this away in the fourth quarter.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. That's reeled in. It's Whittington.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. Direct snap. It's Whittington. Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one. The Ducks looking to convert on fourth down. They're just trying to rub it in. A shot toward the end zone. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Trying to take it back. And he's brought down after the pick, and time has expired here in the fourth. So Oregon gets the victory in its blood feud against Washington.